Howdy there, folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to another episode of our StoneBlock 2 Let's Play Adventure. I've not recorded in something like 2 weeks. I had a very big project. I built a new desk. I moved the new desk into my office, which it necessitated that I do a complete overhaul of my setup. It took a long time. I don't want to bore you with the details. We're back, though, and we're starting this week off with a pretty big project. We are going to finally build an Applied Energistics storage setup. Hopefully, we'll see how far we get. I'm not really recording at the best time, but hopefully we'll be able to get a good dent in on the process. This might end up being a part 1, but I'd like to get to the point where I can at least put some dirt into the digital space, convert some matter into ones and zeros, hopefully. We start off by building an Inscriber, which is used to make processors, and that is all it tells you. Thank you. Thank you for that detailed description. Now, the thing about the Inscriber... listen, I haven't used Applied Energistics since, I think, Sky Factory 2.5. That's been, what, 2 or 3 years now? It's been a long time. So, this is going to be a learning experience for me, maybe even for you, hopefully not for you. I'd love for you to be able to comment down below with some tips and tricks. This recipe is basic. It's iron, it's sticky pistons, it's whatever the heck a flux crystal is. At some point in this video, I'm going to call it a flux crystal. I apologize, I don't even know if flux is the correct pronunciation. If it's not, I will be corrected about 20 times in the comments section. I hope, at least. That's what I look forward to in these videos. Drop 1 charged Certus quartz, 1 nether quartz, and 1 redstone dust into a puddle next to one another, and wait a moment to receive 2 flux crystals. That seems basic, except for a couple of things. So first off, Certus quartz you get from mining. There are no chickens that drop it. Fortunately, we do have a lot because we did spend a lot of time in the mining dimension before I got heavily into chickens, so no problem there. Nether quartz, I do have a chicken for. Redstone, I have a chicken for. Redstone dust, what the hecky is that? Is that just redstone? Because here's the thing. I've tried my best to find redstone dust, and as far as I can tell, it does not exist. Typing in redstone dust gives us a lunar reactive dust chicken, which means absolutely nothing to me. And in fact, just typing in redstone by itself and looking through here, I don't see anything that even slightly resembles dust. So we're going to try it with redstone, hope for the best. As I did say, we do have nearly 2 stacks of the charged Certus quartz, so that is good. We have a lot of regular Certus quartz, and that can be charged, I noticed, if we have not a pulverizer. That's uses? We want to look over here at recipes. That's what we want to do. An energetic infuser will charge Certus quartz crystals with energy and turn it into a charged way. It makes sense. Energetic infuser infuses energy, charges it. You get the general idea. Let's give this a red-hot go, and we're going to hope for the best. I've got a puddle here, a bit of that, a bit of that, and a bit of that, and then we'll see what... Now it worked! Oh my gosh, it actually worked! Not gonna lie, didn't expect it to. I thought for sure that it was just not going to work out at all. I'm just going to start throwing a bunch in here and see what happens. Can it handle that? Oh, it can handle that. Good. I didn't throw in equal amounts, though, so we've got 8 of these darn things now. That's a good way to get started. I'm going to get the rest of the ingredients that we need for the Inscriber, which, again, if you are not paying you're not focusing all of your attention on this video, perhaps you are trying to eat a meal while you're watching, or talk to your obnoxious sibling. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to go get the iron and the sticky pistons. I would like to say that it is because I haven't recorded in a while that I find myself unable to speak, but unfortunately, that's not the case. This is just a running theme for me, if we're honest. So that'll give us the Inscriber, but do we want to do that, or do we want to try to make some pure crystals? Is there an advantage? No, there's no advantage to that. Because now that I think about it, the pure ones, we just end up turning back into... Yeah, so one of these gives us one of these, and then one of these gives us... Shrek. You know what? Let's make the Inscriber. We've done it. Computer literature. Achievement get. And what did we get for that? A spawner changer. A legitimately useful item. So the next course is they grow up so fast, make a crystal growth accelerator, throw AE2 seeds into water and let them grow, surround the water with crystal growth accelerators, and provide them with power to speed up their growth. I don't know what that's about. It's probably an important thing that we need to look into, but we're also going to likely need some silicon. Used to make printed logic circuits, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so we need to make some presses. Lots of presses. I'm assuming if I just type in press, we'll get what we need here. And we do. We have some presses from Immersive Engineering. Maybe don't make those. Maybe make the ones from Applied Energetic. Oh gosh, what am I looking at? Okay, nobody panic. Next page. Inscriber. That's what we've got. Wait, could I have done this in an Induction Smelter? Block of Invar and a... I don't... Do all of these have alternatives? They all have alternatives. We don't need the Inscriber. Although it certainly looks like it might be easier because this is requiring like Invar and a diamond, and this is requiring what? A block of iron to make it well, we have to start with an engineering... Wait, what? Wait, I'm confused. Okay, so we start here. Okay, alright, I'm just gonna go plug this thing in back here where we plug in all items temporarily until I make a place for them in the wall. And does it not need power? It certainly hooked up. We'll find out, I guess. Alright, so I've got a block of iron. I'm going to throw that in there, and then I'm going to wait patiently. And nothing is happening. What is the secret to making these? What is the secret that I need? What am I missing out here? Block of iron and Inscriber logic press? Do I have to have... Okay, do I have to do it like this first, and then I can make more of them inside the Inscriber? Well, what's the point of making the Inscriber, then? I don't have an Invar chicken? Is an Invar chicken even a thing? If you have never made Invar before, you're going to need... Well, there's a variety of ways to do it. We're going to do the Induction Smelter method. It is 1 part nickel, 2 parts iron, and this probably works in an alloy smelter as well. I guess we can go ahead and give it a try. And yep, that gives us Invar. So that's how you go about doing that there. Alright, so I've got quite a bit of Invar now. I turned it all into big old blocks because that appears to be what we're going to need. And then from there, we're going to use, I think it is Certus Quartz. So a Certus Quartz crystal, a diamond, a gold, and some silicon. Now silicon can be created by first grinding up some nether quartz, or really any kind of quartz. That'll give you nether quartz dust in this case, or I guess you could probably use Certus Quartz as well. And then you can cook that up. This is getting messy. I need to clear this out, but cook up that nether quartz dust, and it will give you some silicon, which I think will be useful moving forward, because I think we're going to have to do that pretty often. So next up, Induction Smelter. We do have one of those, and we're using it right now for a different task. Let's take everything out, put our blocks of Invar in there. I guess we'll start with the diamond, and this is a pretty speedy process. We'll go on to gold, and I wasn't sure if we needed to build all 4 of these, or just 3 of them. I can't remember, but I'm not going to check now. We're going to keep going. Once we have all of them, we'll go ahead and check and see what our reward was. And then I think the crystal was the last one. So we got 1, 2, 3, and then this will be number 4. Okay, so we'll hop back into our quest and let's see what we get. We get some more climbing gloves, some void metal ingots, okay, an auto sifter. That's not really relevant to what we're doing. An entity detector. That might be useful for looking out for Iroth. Assuming Iroth registers as an entity, I'm not sure. And now we ramp up into the I'm sorry, but what am I looking at portion of the video, where we have to build the growth crystal accelerator, which needs iron, quartz glass. I can do that. That one's not too complicated. Fluix block and Emmy glass cable. Right, so quartz fiber and crystals. Glass and nether quartz dust. Okay, that one's not as weird as I thought it was going to be. I'm going to grind up a bunch of nether quartz just so we can have a whole bunch of it handy, because it looks like we're going to be needing it moving forward. Can I put it in here as well? Yeah, alright, it'll work in the pulverizer into the sag mill. Okay, let's give this a try. Full stack of redstone, nether quartz, the dust, just kind of stand back. We should get 2 stacks from this if it... Oh, look at it! Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful to behold. Unfortunately, this all floated away. This stuff has a bad tendency to float. Get in there, come on. Make a thing happen, for crying out loud. Oh, look at that. Sweet. So we now have... Oh, more than 2 stacks. Did I already have one? I must have already had one in my inventory. Alright, I've got a lot of glass cooking up, because it looks like we're going to need a ton of it. I don't know if I mentioned it, but this is just crystals in a circle, or crystals in a square, depending on what kind of crystals you got lying around. So we've got enough now to create 4 quartz glass, and we need 2. Or do we? Because I noticed the crystal growth chamber requires 6 of these accelerators. What this is, I am going to go insane doing this, aren't I? Stay strong, hang in there. It's like that Avril Lavigne song that played at the end of that terrible Aragon movie for some reason. You gotta just keep holding on. Because, you know, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Okay, sweet. So we got that. And we got some draconic cores. Seed farm. What exactly does it do, though? Do I need it? The crystal growth chamber accelerates the growth of AE2 seeds in its inventory and has slots for upgrade cards to increase the speed even more. So I guess that is opposed to putting the seeds into water. It might be worth making, but what are seeds for? What do they do? Do I need to look up seeds for this? Yeah, cool. Fluic seed? What, like that? Something tells me no. What is the uses for it, though? It has none. It just... Okay, so I searched Applied Energistics seed. There are a lot of them. There are Certus quartz, Nether quartz, Fluic seeds, and then I guess these are the various different sizes. I don't know why. I'm gonna do it. It's a quest that we have to do. I might as well do it. If we were really strapped for resources, this would be a bigger pain, but we're not. We've got a lot of excess resources thanks to our chickens and the ample amount of time that I spent scouring in the mining dimension. We're doing okay. If we weren't, maybe things would be going a bit differently right now. Maybe I wouldn't be building this device. Maybe you shouldn't, depending on where you're at in your own personal game. You know, you don't have to do everything I do, and I don't have to do everything you do. Sometimes the most fun thing about YouTube videos and watching other people play games is to see their alternative take on it. Just throwing that out there. Quest completed. Give me my rewards, please. A building gadget. Another... we need some more varied rewards. I'm getting a lot of the same ones again and again. I got this now, though, so I can put that there and I can throw some seeds in it. Did we ever figure out, by the way, how to make the seeds, or where they come from? Or how to spell Applied Energistics correctly, for that matter? Seeds. So, like, the smallest one here is some dust and some sand. Some dust and some sand. Some dust and some sand. That'll give us 2 of these, which will theoretically, inside of a... let's just try it. I'm curious. Sand, nether quartz dust, that gives us 2 nether quartz seed. We'll see what it does when we grow it. What did it say? Item won't despawn? Well, that's good. If we throw it in this... it doesn't have any power. Is it supposed to have power? Does this do anything? Did it tell me that I needed to do anything with it? See, this is what happens when I'm unprepared. I can add some upgrade cards. I don't think anything's going to happen. Maybe it has to be hooked up to an ME network. I don't know. Let's leave it alone for a while. Finally, though, we're making an ME drive, I think. I say I think because what the heck is this? What goes into this? We're going to need our Inscriber again, as well as printed silicon, my bad, and printed engineering circuit. So a diamond, not too bad. And a okay. All right, you know what? I thought this was going to be way more complicated, but it looks like it's a whole bunch of hoopla over nothing. One can hope. So we put our engineering plate in there along with a diamond, and that is very quick. While that's going, we're also going to need to put our silicon in there with a silicon. Oh, it's even called a silicon press. There's no way you could possibly get that one wrong. So we'll swap those out, and then we're going to have to combine those together with a piece of redstone, I think it's... This is going well. Maybe I'm getting overly excited here, especially because I neglected to remember the fact that we will need 2 of these. But you know what? Baby steps. Let's get one right first. Oh my gosh! I'm so excited! It might seem silly to be really excited about this, but so far things have been going smoothly, which I didn't expect. And just like that, we've got everything we need to make our drive. I think, yes, all right. Give me something good here, Quest. Give me a really, some black loti. Not what I was expecting. That is the plural for lotus, of course, loti. It's not just a tie that you wear too low on your body and everyone at speech and debate makes fun of you. It's not what it is. Next up, we need to make the Emmy Controller, which is the routing hub of an Emmy network. Each face of the Emmy Controller multi-block will allow the network to use up to 32 more channels. So 32 times 6, I assume, is how the math works on that. Not too shabby. Oof. We've got something new. We've got a Skystone. Skystone is made from Apparently skystone. I can't find any way around that. There appears to just be some circular logic here. Oh, okay, skystone dust, which you can get from dust. Sifting dust through an iron stiffened or a diamond stiffened mesh. Have I by chance gotten some of this at some point? One would think that I would have, but I didn't spend a lot of time sifting. In fact, we moved through that pretty quickly. Didn't we get an auto sifter? Didn't we just get that as a device? Where did that go? Where are you at? Auto sifter. From Ex Nihilo Creato. What do you involve? How do you work? Do you need to be like hooked up to power or something? Oh, you look like you need some sort of manual to check this. So far I've got 5 and I only need 4 for... Oh, 7. Not bad. I thought this would, once again, be way more complicated and way more difficult than it ended up. And, again, just very pleased with the progress so far. Speak of the devil! I spoke too soon. Turns out we need the pure Fluix crystals, which means we've got to get these little seeds, which means we got to grind some of these bad boys up. We can do that. I'm grinding up a lot of sand at the moment, but once that's done... Oh, it is done. Well, let's drop one of those bad boys in there. And then we're going to combine that with sand to get... Oh, I see what the purpose of this is now. Now we put this in here. This isn't working, though. The growth crystal... Did I not understand what that thing was supposed to do? It accelerates the growth of seeds in its inventory and has slots for upgrade cards. Right, okay. It certainly doesn't appear to be doing anything. I guess I'll put these two in a puddle. Right. Alright, folks, welcome back to Rees's Learning Quarter, where today we're going to discuss what I learned on the Google. First off, these two things have to be powered, allegedly, by an ME network, which is inconvenient because... How are we going to set one of those up without these crystals out here to make the controller? Well, we could wait for them to grow, but according to the internet, that could take literal hours without an accelerator. Well, we made another accelerator, or at least I did, but it has to be powered by an ME network, so you can see how the circular logic goes around and around and around and around. However, there is hope, because we can turn our network into an Applied Energistics network, which will allegedly create Applied Energistics energy. Possibly. Which we might be able to feed into here. We don't know yet. We're going to find out, though. We're actually going to create a new network for this. We're going to call it AE2. It is going to allow conversion? Maybe. Let's just say no. And only output... What are we looking for here? Applied Energistics. Boom. Sweet. So we should be good to go there. And then if we throw down, let's say, our growth chamber... And then we slap a pointer on top of it and tell it to connect up to our AE2 network. Oh my gosh, it changed colors. And things are happening. Oh, baby. Okay, let's play around a little bit more. Let's go back over here. And let's say that we want to go back over here, put this one on network. And then make sure that network says, okay, allow conversion, true. And then we're going to go over here and change it to our regular old network, and theoretically, it will convert to here, and this will keep going. Oh my gosh, we've done it. We've cracked the code. We've saved hours of my life from being wasted, waiting on these things to mature in water. How far were they? 1%? Oh, we were going to be here a long time. So these are fully grown. I can throw all these in here. They're all different, by the way, because they were all in there different amounts of time, but those are going to start growing. This is exciting. I went ahead and made one of these. Don't even need it. Gonna throw it up here where I throw a lot of things that I don't know what to do with in the middle of episodes, and sometimes forget about. Oh, by the way, someone pointed out that there's a thing on this main page that says wireless charging disabled. Yeah, I'm an idiot. A lot of people pointed that out, actually. Thanks. That's a throwback to a previous episode. We've got them! We've got them! Okay, so we've got our skystone cooked up now. I think we've got everything. It should all be inside of my inventory. Yes! We've got the controller. Changing the channel was the name of that one. I don't know if y'all caught that. Torch launcher. Another torch launcher. I haven't used the other torch launcher at all. Can I hook this up? Do you think it'll hook up and get power from this machine? Will they... It doesn't look like they will. It doesn't look like that at all. Should I move this over then? Let's move this over. plop it down there. Or maybe it is? Oh yeah, no, it's lit up. It's lit up. We're good. We can throw down the drives right next to it, and that should be getting power. Can I not access this thing? What can I do up here? Priority? Oh gosh. Alright, so the game wants us to build an ME security terminal, which I think would be useful if I was on a server and I wanted to keep people out of my system. However, not really useful in a single player space, and maybe I'll build one eventually just to complete the quest. However, I think I'm just going to build a regular Emmy Terminal. This will give us access to the network, and it can be upgraded into a crafting terminal later on. It's not that difficult to build. It looks a bit confusing, but we already know how to do the logic processors. This is just quartz, glass, glowstone, redstone, iron, things we've built before. Not too bad. These cores are a bit strange, but it looks like it's just using ingredients that we've built before. So, I think we can manage. Ooh, actually scratch that. We've never made a printed logic circuit before, but it's the Inscriber, logic press, and the gold ingot. You can't put stacks in here, by the way. It won't let you. It's very frustrating. If it gets halfway and you shift-click in there, it just restarts. I don't know why. However, if you wait for it to finish one, you can throw another one in there afterwards, so we could possibly hook up a, like a hopper to force feed these, I guess. That was the sort of thing we wanted to do. Get on out of there, you. Put them in there, put this in there, and then what is the middle item on this? Redstone. Good. Very similar recipe. And now I think we are ready to start building these things. Annihilation Core. Sounds like a really fun time. Formation Core. And then we're going to need the panel. I don't know if we have the items for that in my end. I do. Although now I'm running out of things. Let's offload some of this sand over here for now. And then we will create our Emmy Terminal, and then let's immediately upgrade it if we can. What do we need? A crafting table and a calculation processor. You know what? Let's just get this thing running for now, and I think that in itself will be an accomplishment. So we can't put anything in there because we don't have any drives, because we are fools, but we can access it. And that's the first step. Next up, we're going to need to build ourselves a drive or storage cell. So let's type in storage cell. And see what we got. Oh, creative. Tempting. This seems pretty straightforward. A 1 MK. So one thing I'm noticing about every single one of these storage cells is they'll have one thing in common. They can only hold 63 types of items. And then, depending on which one you make, that determines how many of that type you can store. So, for example, lowest tier storage cell, which can contain 1,024 bytes of storage with a maximum of 63 unique items. This, you know, that's 65,000 bytes of storage with a maximum of 63 unique items. Same thing. Let's just go ahead and create a level 1, a 1K storage cell for now. So we'll need to get a logic processor, some quartz, charged or otherwise, pure redstone. That'll give us our component. And we just need one of these for now. Oof, boy, this is going to get complicated as we go. But for right now, I think we've got everything we need to make our 1K ME storage cell. That completes another quest and gets us another useless reward. Another gargantuan drum. How many can we collect? Can we just shift-click that into there? Right-click over here. Store some items in there. We did it, everyone! We've done it! We've got digital storage! Alrighty, folks, my mental abilities are deteriorating rapidly, so we're going to end it here. Next episode, we're going to do a part 2, where we upgrade to a crafting terminal, which means we can craft with the items stored in here, and that'll be much more useful, and we're going to hook all of that in with our barrels. So all of our barrel items, they don't have to leave the barrels, they can stay where they are, and they should be accessible from this terminal, which will be convenient. And then I'm going to have to make some more storage drives and try to get all the rest of this stuff moved in. It's going to be a process. It's going to be quite the process. But if you've enjoyed this return, and I hope that you have, please comment down below and let me know. And if you have any tips, also let me know. Thank you folks for watching. God bless you. I'll see you later. Bye!